A Minecraft movie was supposed to be a harmless pixelated adventure, but instead, it became one of the most chaotic and controversial releases of the year. From screaming fans and secret tributes to dangerous props and block screenings, the madness went far beyond the overworld. So here are 15 shocking facts you didn't know about the movie that will leave you stunned. Number 1, Małgosia's meat scene was real, kind of. In the middle of all the bright colors and comedy chaos, something deeply unsettling slips through. A piglin child grins at the screen just long enough for the villain, Małgosia, to strike. No cutaway, no stylized flair, just a pixelated corpse and a pork chop. It's a brutal nod to Minecraft's in-game logic, where animals drop meat when killed. But on screen, it lands hard. Fans weren't laughing. The theater got quiet. Kids asked questions. Parents didn't have answers. And the camera just holds, daring you to move on while the food item still sizzles in the hot nether air. The developers never intended the game to feel like this, but here it was, looped into something darker. The audience wasn't expecting horror, but for a moment, they got it. Number 2, a theater employee was body slammed during a screening. In Wasilla, Alaska, a routine Minecraft showing turned into a full-blown incident report. It started with noise, shouting, chants, fans throwing props. Then one group took it further. A staff member asked them to leave. One refused. Things escalated fast. Witnesses say the employee got shoved and slammed onto the theater floor. Popcorn everywhere. Screams, police were called. No one pressed charges, but the story exploded online. For a PG-rated movie, this was chaos on a different level. Theaters scrambled to figure out what went wrong. Some started prepping extra security, others added warnings before showtime. Minecraft fans weren't just showing up, they were turning screenings into staged events like Rocky Horror with more lava. For that Alaska theater, the damage wasn't just physical, it became a symbol of how this film left the screen behind and crashed quite literally into real life. Number 3, there was a portal scene that turned day into darkness. At the climax of a Minecraft movie, the overworld seemed to stop breathing. The sky cracked open, the portal, once flickering with color, turned white, then black, and just like that, the sun was gone. The entire world dimmed as a wave of silence rolled through blocky forests and cube cities. It became one of the film's most visually ambitious moments, and easily one of the most chilling. The VFX team had pushed Minecraft's palette to its limit, draining every warm tone until the screen felt like an echo chamber. In-game, the nether had always been separate, but here it spilled over. Rules broke, shadows stretched, torches went out, and for a long beat, nothing moved. The director later called it a creative blackout, a visual metaphor for when imagination is suppressed. Fans debated whether it symbolized burnout, censorship, or simply looked cool. For younger viewers, the message had been simpler. Something was wrong. The light was gone, and it might not ever return. Number 4, chicken jockey scene caused actual chaos. The moment the baby zombie rides in on a chicken, the theater shifts. It's not fear, it's frenzy. Viewers jump, shout, throw things. Somewhere in Ohio, a fan dressed as a creeper reportedly hurled a rubber chicken at the screen. In Toronto, security was called after fans wouldn't stop chanting chicken jockey mid-scene. On TikTok, the moment became a ritual. Watch parties timed to erupt with the chicken's entrance. The scene itself is short, but it's absurd, loud, and delivered like a punchline wrapped in horror. The zombie is giggling, the chicken's clucking, and the background is burning. Critics called it dumb, fans called it perfect. For some viewers, it became the line where the movie snapped into something else, part comedy, part panic. Studios weren't ready for how viral it would go, and theaters definitely weren't ready for what came next. A 2-second scene turned into a movement with feathers. Number 5, minors were banned from certain screenings. It started as a joke on Twitter. This movie needs a chaperone, but within days, some theaters made it policy. Staff reported rowdy teens, spilled drinks, props flying through the air. One cinema in Texas added warning signs at the entrance. Minecraft screenings require adult supervision. Officially, the movie stayed PG. Unofficially, it got treated like it wasn't. Ushers were trained to spot costume mobs. Security walked aisles. At a location in Florida, parents had to sign their kids in. Theaters had dealt with Marvel crowds, even horror premieres, but nothing like this. The Minecraft audience were violent, loud, unpredictable, and deeply committed to chaos. Chanting scenes, blocking exits, starting impromptu conga lines. By week 2, some theaters stopped evening showings altogether. Not because of content, but because the viewers treated it like an arena. The game was harmless, The movie was strange. The fans? They turned the whole thing into an event. Number 6, Jason Momoa's on-set rage. The set was already tense. A crucial scene, complex camera setup, too many moving parts. Jason Momoa had a monologue. Raw, emotional, meant to anchor his character's arc. Then the lighting rig froze, the sound cue missed, and the moment collapsed. Witnesses say Momoa snapped, yelled loud, not in character, not as a joke. Crew members froze, a boom mic dropped. The director called for a break, but no one moved. Some say he stormed off, others say he stayed, breathing hard, fists clenched while the tech team scrambled. It wasn't the only time pressure boiled over, but it was the one that stuck. Later interviews danced around it, calling him passionate, but word traveled fast. For a movie full of bloxy pixels and comic energy, the atmosphere behind the scenes could be sharp. The scene eventually made it into the final cut. The anger stayed off screen, but you can feel the weight in his voice. Number 7, Valkyrie's cameo got axed. The scene was filmed, wardrobe fitted, lighting tested. Valkyrie walked onto the set in full enchanted armor, ready to play a wandering merchant in the nether, one with redstone tricks and a single cryptic line. It was meant to be quick, just a wink to gaming culture, then it disappeared. By the time the final cut hit theaters, her cameo was gone. No explanation, no credit, only rumors. Not long after, she spoke up during a live stream. She praised the cast, then paused, mentioned tension, said the shoot was complicated. That was all. Fans pieced things together. Speculation pointed toward creative disagreements, possibly with Jason Momoa's camp. Nothing confirmed, but the energy shifted. Her fans flooded Reddit. The deleted scene trended for days. Warner Brothers never commented. The footage hasn't surfaced, but in the age of leaks and live streams, the silence said everything. A cameo meant as a nod became another strange entry in the film's long glitch log. Number 8, the trailer was so unsettling it scared audiences. The first trailer dropped like an ender pearl through glass. No narration, no music, just ambient sound and lingering shots of blocky animals staring directly at the camera. A sheep blinks once, a llama doesn't blink at all. For 20 seconds, nothing moves. Then Steve screams. Fans expected explosions, punchlines, maybe a pig chasing Jack Black. Instead, they got slow zooms, frozen mobs, and long silences that felt wrong. Some called it art, others closed their laptops. The official YouTube comments lit up with words like uncanny, creepy, and why is the cow breathing like that? Even game developers said privately they were surprised by the tone. The trailer wasn't meant to be scary, but it didn't care. It sat in its own weird rhythm, deadpan, offbeat, and completely confident. By the time the next trailer added music and jokes, the first one had already earned a nickname, The Quiet Build. No jump scares, just dread, block by block. Number 9, work print leaked before release. 3 weeks before the premiere, something strange showed up online. A half-finished version of the movie. No score, no final effects, just raw green screen scenes, temp audio, and glitchy animations. The Minecraft movie had been leaked. It wasn't polished. Characters clipped through walls, mobs floated midair, dialogue lagged behind mouths, but fans ate it up. Forums lit up with frame-by-frame breakdowns. Some treated it like lost media, others like a game of detective work. One user even re-edited the leak with custom music and uploaded it as a restoration. The studio said nothing at first, then everything went quiet. Rumors swirled about who leaked it. Some blamed disgruntled VFX artists, others said it was a marketing stunt gone wrong. What's certain is that it changed the hype cycle. Fans didn't just wait for the movie, they reverse engineered it. In doing so, they turned a mistake into a movement, glitches and all. Number 9, zombie transformation by sunlight. The final battle had been loud. Piglins charged. Explosions echoed and the overworld shook. Then the sky cracked open. Light poured in, and one by one, Malgosha's army began to twitch. Limbs stiffened. Eyes turned pale. The heat struck and their pixelated skin started to peel. They were transforming. Blocky claws stretched out, moans rose. Weapons fell to the ground as they stumbled forward, rotting into Minecraft-style zombies right there on screen. It was a mechanic the game had never featured, but the film embraced it without hesitation. No potion, no magic, just sunlight as punishment. The VFX team had blended practical makeup with layered CGI, mapping decay textures onto piglin rigs to make this shift seem like it happened in real time. Some fans had cheered, others called it lore-breaking, but in theaters it hadn't mattered. Kids screamed, adults stared. It was fast, brutal, and final. The army mutated. By the time the sun stabilized, the world was crawling with the dead. Number 10, tribute to Technoblade, hidden in plain sight. He doesn't speak, he doesn't move, he just stands there, crowned, calm, and surrounded by fire. For a second, the chaos pauses. No mobs, no dialogue, just a lone pig with a gold-trimmed cape and tired eyes. Most viewers missed him. The shot is short, no close-up, no name, but for those who knew, it hit hard. It wasn't just a pig, it was Technoblade, the YouTuber who built a legacy in Minecraft before cancer took him in 2022. The tribute was placed in the Nether, near a crumbling tower, a nod to his strength, his battles, and his wit. The team confirmed it quietly, no press release, just a soft acknowledgement in the Q&A. Fans later found signs in the game's font behind him. One said, "The crowned never fall." It wasn't loud and it didn't need to be. In a movie built on noise and lava, that was the quietest, most powerful moment. Number 11, the flamethrower prop nearly torched the set. The prop was built to be ridiculous, a multifunction hybrid tool with a pickaxe handle, rocket launcher head, and because why not, a flamethrower switch. It was meant to be Steve's big hero moment, something flashy and over the top. The flamethrower wasn't supposed to be real, just a little flare, but the effects team got ambitious. They fitted a small ignition chamber and tested it indoors. The first blast went clean, the second one licked the edge of the lighting rig, the third hit the ceiling. Fire alarms went off, crew scrambled, filming halted for 6 hours. No injuries, but the message was clear. Some things are too Minecraft for real life. The shot that made it into the film was polished, controlled, epic, but the original test lives in backstage footage, silent except for the sound of people shouting, "Kill the flame!" off camera. It was never meant to be dangerous, just cinematic. It delivered both. Number 12, Jack Black wasn't the first Steve. Steve's voice was nearly British. Before Jack Black joined the cast, the role belonged to Matt Berry, the deep-voiced, deadpan comedy icon known for monologues that sound like Shakespeare got lost in a video game. He recorded early lines, tested costume ideas, even gave input on the character's backstory. Then the 2023 strikes hit. Scheduling collapsed. Berry stepped out. Warner Brothers called Jack Black, who signed on instantly. The shift was massive. Black brought music, energy, chaos. He rewrote lines, added improvised chants, and gave Steve the mood of a dungeon-raiding rock star. The animators had to resync his expressions from scratch. Berry's version still exists in old story reels locked in a vault somewhere. But the final Steve, the one kids quote, the one who shouts while sprinting from creepers, belongs to Jack. One actor made him clever, the other made him loud. Loud, it turned out, was exactly what the movie needed. Number 13, riot gear and fire extinguishers at screenings. In some cities, the screenings stopped feeling like movie nights and started looking like lockdown drills. Theaters scrambled for control. Ushers wore earpieces, some kept radios on standby, and one chain quietly stocked mini fire extinguishers behind concession stands. It was preparation. Multiple locations reported fans letting off extinguishers during the final battle scene. Not accidents, timed chaos. The smoke mixed with on-screen lava. People cheered, others panicked. A viral clip from a New Jersey theater showed a group dressed as Endermen chanting while fog filled the aisles. Staff tried to intervene, but the scene played out like performance art. No injuries, no arrests, but for managers, it crossed a line. Theaters tightened rules. Some canceled late-night showings altogether. The movie stayed the same, but the experience was evolving. Less cinematic, more tribal. Like the film had unlocked something the studio never meant to release. A crowd ready to erupt on cue. Number 14, the kidnapping of Dennis the dog. Dennis was supposed to be comic relief. A square-faced mutt with floppy ears and zero fear. He rides in Steve's minecart, barks at creepers, and chews enchanted boots like they're chew toys. Then halfway through the movie, he vanishes. Taken. The nether scenes turn colder. Steve doesn't joke as much, and fans notice. Kids gasped, adults tensed. Minecraft has always let wolves die, but this felt targeted. The camera lingers on Steve's empty cart. The collar is left behind. Online, the hashtag #SaveDennis trended for 3 days. Fan art poured in, memes, edits, tribute videos. Some viewers left the theater expecting Dennis to stay gone. Others knew the formula. He'd be back, and he was. Number 15, the Nether was shown as a place where creativity dies. The Nether in the game is hostile. Lava lakes, hostile mobs, endless red fog. But in the movie, it becomes something colder. Locked doors, frozen workbenches, empty item frames nailed to cracked walls. The characters look for tools and find silence. There's no crafting here, only control. Director Jared Hess called it a space where imagination goes to rot. The concept art shows blank bookshelves, furnaces filled with ash, and chests that never open. Even Steve, the film's builder, can't place a single block. The script hints that the Nether was a regime, a place ruled by piglins who banned creativity like it was contraband. For a franchise built on building, this was a twist no one expected. Some viewers called it poetic, others called it depressing, but no one missed the message. It was a warning, a broken world where nothing new is allowed. So now that the blocks have settled, here's the real question. Did a Minecraft movie accidentally invent the first pixel-powered cult phenomenon, or are we just watching the internet lose its mind in real time? Comment your thoughts down below and tune in for our next Classic Movie Rewind.